Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd, 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't buy unless you want to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website, films.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello everyone, and welcome to, I almost said Star Wars, Breakverse, where we head through the world of Zanera and basically just get entirely sidetracked by everything. Today, we're joined by Jack.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack. I'll be playing Ragnar Einherjar, the Dwarven Paladin of Conquest.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, hiding behind my face. Because of Navarin, I am playing Click Clack the Kenku Rogue.
And Kat.
I'm Kat. I am playing Ska, the Wood Elf Barbarian Cleric.
And Navarin.
Hi, I'm Navarre, and I'm being unbearable. and
Ross
I'm playing.
Paul.
I'm playing.
We're gonna start taking psychic damage here soon.
That's alright, we'll grin and bear it.
You're in the Feywild. I have every legitimate reason to bash you with psychic damage for making bad jokes right now.
To be fair, I feel like I'm already taking psychic damage right now.
So what you're saying is that a storm.
Okay. So,
I'm playing Alistar
last
Amaran.
time on Breakverse. Yeah. Navarin plays Alistar, who really should do
The
his
bard.
intro before the GM
Yep,
decides
that's
we
fair.
have to move on.
You lost the right to introduce yourself.
He's the half-elf bard.
So, last time on Breakverse, our heroes finally left the mirrored version of reality, mostly, probably, on the promise from one of the allies they had come across. She felt she owed Alistar a life debt for helping her escape the captivity with the Mind Flayers. So, I think she's a princess. Okay. So, the sort of standoffish lady of the 12th continent, and Anna offered to take the party home.
Ignore everything that's happening in chat. None of it's important.
Sure. Take the party home via her homeland, the Feywild. So the party's headed eagerly to the Feywild with an army of NPCs that there's like 3 of them, that Ragnar had recruited, and immediately got attacked by giant sunflowers that charmed and severely disfigured one of the non-player members of the party, Chloe. But the group continued on, had some conversations about what they want to do with their futures and what they think of their nows, to the extent that party members retain that information. And yeah. Oh, yes. The other thing that happened that for some reason isn't in my write-up is Click Clack met a very interesting... Click Clack and Ska met a very interesting man who offered them lots of food and happened to have a dismembered human on top of his house.
Uh-huh. Yup. Yum.
Which is, I think, where we left off, right?
No, we've
Believe
gotten
we
back.
left off
Oh, okay.
with the party reunited after that.
Yeah, we just got back, yeah.
Okay. So we're at the end of our long rest, etc., correct?
Yep. You've all just had a long rest.
Okay.
Clack is doing his morning thing.
Ragnar is up, taking care of his weapons and armor, making sure everything is in proper working order, and preparing to break camp and head out on the next leg of this trek.
Calisthenics.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, if no one has anything they need to do, once you're all ready, Helen Anna, sorry, Roll20's being a butt and not letting me put as much stuff as I want to put in it. But yeah, once you're all ready, Helena will inform you that we should continue on. So, the party picks up camp and heads through the grasslands that you have been traveling through for a little while at this point. After about a few hours of mostly uninterrupted travel, well, you start to be able to see in the distance water as you come down a lightly sloping hill towards a small port. There is one rickety wooden thing that sticks into the water that boats dock to.
Harbor? Dock?
Yeah. I'm
Pier?
awake.
Wharf.
There's one wooden wharf, dock, whatever you'd like to call it. An individual sitting in the boat with a cowl over his head. Helen Anna confidently is headed towards that direction.
Wait, there's a single guy sitting in a boat with a cowl over his head, you said?
Yep.
Is it a boat or a ferry?
It seems to be a sailboat.
Okay, I'm feeling a little safer now.
Only slightly. Sailboats can be ferries.
Yeah, but unless his name's Karen and this is the Styx, I think I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling, yeah. So, this is our next jumping off point then, is it?
Yes, my home's just a little ways. We could walk around, but it's much faster to take the boat.
Alright, well... Ragnar wants to look around and make a tactical analysis of the surrounding area.
Sure. Make me an insight roll, I guess.
I feel like he should be better at these than he is. That's a 4! I rolled a 4, everybody.
You did roll a 4. Well, you rolled a 3, which is a 4.
So, Ragnar, you know of the Feywild, which it has been expressed to you at this point that you're in, you don't know much about the Feywild. You know enough to be completely uncertain of what is the correct path for anything.
Awesome.
And you also just don't have that much information. How long would a round be? Is a round safer? There are dangerous water routes and there are dangerous routes that go over land. That's what you get with a 4.
All right. Well, I'm going to trust my guide.
Yeah.
I am walking up to the very edge of the dock, leaning over and looking deeply in the water.
Okay.
Not dipping my head into the water.
Yeah.
And in fact, there is a fair amount of trepidation of the water.
Perception or insight, your choice. Or perception or investigation, your choice, excuse me.
I will do perception, because that is very vaguely better.
Okay.
12!
Alright, with a 12, the water is surprisingly clear. It almost gleams a little bit. It's pure in a way that you're definitely not used to, having spent almost all of your life underground, where you're used to most unpurified water, not drinking water, being murky, filled with soot, stuff like that. This is clear. Looking over here, you can see that it's fairly deep, and it seems to quickly get deeper the further out you go. There's small pebbles at the bottom of the water. Was there something specific you were looking for?
Anything in the water. Threats, neat things,
Shinies.
So as you're looking, most of what is lining the bottom of this is small pebbles, which probably not shiny enough.
No.
But you do see, after a little while, a small, about the size of a thumb, fish swim by. It's got unusual colors and clearly feathers to the back of its spine.
Nature?
Sure.
I know it's gonna fail because I know this has
Question
nothing to do
mark.
with nature. But 8! We
You're
are
not sure
rolling up
why
a
a fish
storm.
has feathers with an 8.
Dinosaurs have feathers, why not fish?
Because fish are not
Ugh.
reptiles.
Before we get Jack on a rant about whether or not dinosaurs have feathers and
No,
to
they
what
do.
extent.
No, they do. Did. No, do. Jurassic Park is real.
Before that happens,
He's just leaning over, just enthralled at the moment.
sorry.
Is is Helena going up to the person in the boat,
She
or
does
is
seem to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Follow her then.
All right. So yeah, those of you who are sticking with Helena pretty closely, do any of you speak Sylvan?
Nope.
I think so.
I barely speak common.
Yep.
Yeah, that's called Scottish, dear.
Yeah. So you hear a language that to many of you sounds a bit like an off form of Elven, with sharper, longer letters, and definitely even more rhyming than is typical of Elven, which is generally considered a poetry language. And songs and stuff are often written in Elven for that reason. They exchange a few things back and forth that none of you quite pick up on before Helena turns around to the group. I've negotiated our fare. Of course, nothing is free. Nothing is free. The GM needs actually a lot. Fucking.
Payment for services rendered, I understand.
Yep. We need some hair or feathers, that sort of thing.
From everyone, or just a certain
Just
amount?
one.
Ragnar reaches over and pulls out one of Alistair's hairs. Doink.
Ow! Ow!
Sorry, lad.
What?
You're right there. Hands it over.
Yeah.
She'll take it. Head back to the boatman, who seems to take it, give her a nod, and she'll climb in.
Alright, everybody. Board in. Click clack. Look sharp, laddie. We're jumping on board here.
Luxor very gingerly, carefully gets on boat.
How well constructed does this boat look?
Not. It looks like it's made of boards of rotting wood that were just hammered together with equally rotting nails.
Can Ragnar make some sort of professional evaluation roll to see if there's anything he can do to try and make sure that... I mean, he's proficient with water vehicles.
Yeah. Just roll me water vehicles with your intelligence. Why not?
That's a 16.
With the 16... So, looking it over, you get the sense that the fact that this thing is floating on the water, you have, whether or not you remember it, some experience with this, some experience with magical boats.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the sense that because this is floating, it's probably magic.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, like, looking into it, it doesn't seem like it's taking on water currently or anything,
No,
right? Yeah.
certainly not. And the sail is, like, mothballed in places, which certainly would make it hard for a sail to function if it was non-magical. But seems to be catching the wind just fine as he starts rolling it out.
Alright. Well, he'll make sure everybody gets on board and then be the last one to get on and sort of start trying to organize and distribute people so that they're not, like, say, all clustered over to one side of this thing or something.
Okay.
Distribution of mass.
And you start across the waterways. I want everyone to make me perception checks.
8!
13.
20.
1. Yep, that checks.
Yeah.
You're too busy feeling your head where that hair was pulled out.
That definitely tracks.
Alright. So, yeah, as you start looking around, you see a number of unusual things. Well, Alistar, you see the boat, which is made of wood.
Yeah, it
It
is.
has a sail. But the rest of you see a number of unusual things. Click clack, you notice more of those small fish in the water as it gets deeper, and even some slightly larger things that really just look like fish tails with no upper half. Just like if you took a fish or a mermaid and chopped off the top half, swimming through the water.
Fuck!
Sky, you catch sight of some very oddly shaped bird type things that seem to be cawing and flying in kind of a V pattern over in the distance. Ragnar, you similarly see there's some birds, wildlife, fish underneath. Nothing particularly catches your eye with an 8.
Okay.
No. While you're on the boat, is there anything you guys wanted to do?
Yeah, no, I think Ragnar is pretty much just gonna head towards the bow and try and keep an eye out for wherever we're going and see what to expect coming up next.
Yeah. It's only a few hours journey. This boat is not as fast as you might expect of a magic boat, but it is making reasonable pace despite the winds not being as strong as the sails would have you believe. Yeah. And quickly, Ragnar, you do spot again a slightly grassy grassy shoreline with a small platform jutting out from it. Beyond that, you can kind of see something that looks like maybe a town at the top of the hill.
He'll kind of point at that if Helenana's anywhere nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Is that our next destination?
Yes, that's where the gateway is.
Brilliant. About how long of a walk will it be?
It's less than a mile from the shoreline.
Fair enough.
All right.
Click-clack has grabbed Alistar, pointed him out the to be facing the water, so he sees these weird ass fish,
Okay.
and is pointing at them.
What is it, boy? There's no
Fucking-
well here.
Fucking feathered fish and bottom halves of fish just swimming around.
Oh.
That's not what Click-clack says.
No,
Yeah.
He's looking at the water going, yes.
The fuck?
Why are you asking me? Click, what did I ever do to give you the impression that I have any idea what is going on at any time whatsoever?
Mm,
That's what I thought.
there was. Ooh. Prison.
What?
Points at you.
Mm-hmm.
Prison. Points at head. Up.
Points at wrists. Point, like, up. Waggles eyebrows.
He sighs. He pats Alistar on the shoulder and goes to sit down.
All right.
He was smarter in prison. It didn't last.
Cool. So, you all arrive at the far shore of the water path.
Yep.
I'm assuming you all disembark from the boat and start headed towards the town.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Following Ragnar.
Ragnar's keeping an eye on Lorette. Just to make sure
Yeah.
she isn't trying to take anything off the boat or fuck with the boat in any way.
Make me a perception check.
I'm not going to do well at this. That's a 5.
Yep, she seems to be right next to you.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Yep. So you all head up. Quickly, as you get closer to this village, you can all start to hear the general hubbub that comes from there being people around and the sound of a space that is occupied by people. You can see sort of outcroppings of what looks like some farmland on the edge. And as you sort of crest over the hill, you can see houses and more farmland and more cultivated looking plants. Still slightly unusual varieties that none of you have ever encountered before. Some of the trees seem to have these endlessly spinning flowers and fruits that just rotate under their own power and glow with what's some sort of luminescence.
That's a bit weird.
The town is cold, covered in a brisk wind, and people walk throughout the streets. One waves to Helena as as the group of you arrive, and she gives a sort of short curtsy back.
Bow.
Yeah.
Nod.
Which is, of course, very overdramatic with flourish.
Yeah.
And Aaron, we're coming down this road here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, no, you're coming from this road, sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries.
I messed up the token placement a little bit.
No problem.
There you go. Yeah.
So we've got trees, a couple of villagers, buildings, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the architecture like from Ragnar's perspective?
None of it's stone. Most of it looks like wooden houses. Could make me a history roll if you'd like.
Okay. 11.
Thatched wooden houses with roofs. They look pretty sturdy. You do notice one building in the center of town that looks more impressive. Looks like it's 2, possibly 3 stories, and has like a angled cone roof to the top. Which does seem to be where Helena is headed for.
Follow along behind then, just keeping an eye out and trying to make sure everybody stays together.
Yep. Alright. You head to the center of town. You see a few more people, nothing major. When you arrive at this building, you can definitely tell it is significantly 2 or 3 times taller than any other building in the city. It's made of wood, but like all of the wood that constructs it, all of the walls have some sort of runing carved into them. And actually it's daytime, so you don't notice that part. Town, the market square is that way. I'll come to meet up with you later. I have to arrange for you access to the gate. Town is largely safe, but doesn't take kindly to chaos is reasonable. Destruction is not.
Understood.
Yeah.
Mind your own business, keep your hands to yourself.
She heads into the building. So, for the rest of you, you do see a small market square where people are selling fruits, other goods, textiles. You can also probably from the town square spot the base of a waterfall where there seem to be a few children playing in the water and people keeping an eye on them.
Oh, you best believe Click Clack is wandering the fuck off.
Okay.
Ragnar's gonna see if anybody around here sells armor. He's still in the
Alright.
market.
Going to check out the carts, check out everything.
Okay. Click clack,
Local
there's
tavern.
quite a number of shiny things, from little glowing herbs and other more almost mundane things to ornate daggers and food that glows and can, when the shopkeep claps hands to demonstrate for someone's, sprouts little legs and little arms and little eyes and gets up and walks around.
Yeah, Click Clack, wisdom is his dumb stat, but he's not dumb enough to eat things in the Feywild. He's very
You
intrigued
say
by
a week
Pretty
after
Dag.
you ate a shit ton of food in the
He
Feywild.
didn't realize he was in the Feywild at that point.
Yeah.
He's compartmentalized that fact right now. So yeah, no, all the pretty shinies, all of the intrigued by the dagger. He probably won't spend too much time at any particular thing.
Mhm.
Like he will spend a lot of time, like he'll pick stuff up, look at it, set it down, pick something else up, look at, and just in succession, just make his way down the carts, start talking as much as he talks with the kids about random stuff.
Mm-hmm. Most of them seem surprised. You notice almost all of them are elven. There's one or two who may not be, but especially with the kids, it's hard to tell. None of them seem like they've ever seen a Kenku before, but they're not necessarily scared so much as particularly curious.
Cool.
Especially if they realize you can repeat things back at them.
Oh, goody. Oh, goody. He will repeat back all sorts of things while doing acrobatics.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is putting on a show for the kids.
Yep. And they are quite easily entertained. Yeah. Ragnar, you were looking for armor?
Yes.
It's easy enough to find the armor shop. Most of what they have seem to be leathers of various varieties. Some shimmer, or a woman walks around the store. Is there anything I can do for you?
It's just
Somewhat
browsing.
broken comment.
Browsing the inventory for now. Most of the stuff that I work with, as you can see, is a bit on the heavier side. But there's some very fine workmanship you've got here. Yeah, and if he can't find anything that looks full plate and awesome, he'll just kind of wander until he gets bored and then head back.
Yeah. If you express that you're looking for full plate, the shopkeep will mention to you that if you happen by the Silvered Peaks, they may have something.
Oh, where's that at?
Just a ways off, as I try and she'll sort of indicate a direction. No roads, of course, but not the most harrowing of journeys.
Interesting. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you very kindly.
Yeah.
And then he'll wander off and go looking for the rest of the army, see what they're up to.
Oh. Ska, what are you doing?
Honestly, she'd probably just be following Ragnar around, just because.
Yep.
She doesn't want to get too far away. But she's not. She's just kind of taking in her surroundings at this point and trying not to have a panic attack.
Okay. I want you to roll me a wisdom save. Or intelligence save, sorry.
Okay. If I am within Ragnar vicinity, that'd be a 16.
Yeah, 16, never mind.
See, I was hoping that Ragnar would come back and find that it had been like a party of noobs going into dead mines for the first time, and just every possible direction.
Everybody
And they
scatter!
were never seen. And then the poor healer. Like. And they were never seen again as the healer slowly creeps back out of the
Dead mine.
drops group. And re-queues as tank. Sorry. Anyways.
I am assuming that's a WoW thing and moving on.
You are correct.
Yeah, so is there anything Alistar wants to do?
No. He's probably heading for the nearest tavern, because he doesn't learn.
Yeah, it's easy enough to find an inn.
Cool. He's going to head inside, and I think at the moment he's just kind of quite tired and not really sure what's going on, so he's just going to find like somewhere to sit and like think for a bit. And by think,
Okay.
I and he mean sit there and not say anything.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. The inn itself is pretty bustling and warm. There's a fire, or in the fireplace that, has a little dancing fairy seemingly made of fire inside of it. And yeah, it's noisy, it's bustling. You can get a drink if you want.
Yes, I will do that.
Yeah. 5 copper. Something like that. Yeah. So Ragnar, as you are moving to try and find the rest of the party, we'll cover the NPCs quickly first. Helen Anna is still nowhere to be seen. Chloe's stuck. Chloe's stuck with you and Ska heading throughout the town. Laureate seems to have settled down. We'll get to her when we get to Click Clack. Zowen and Sylvester you can easily locate in the bar as well. They don't seem to have ordered anything to eat or drink. I think they just have found a table. Possibly the one Alistar's at, possibly not. And Alistar is also in there. Thinking.
Cool. Cool.
You find Click Clack pretty easily. Laureate seems to just be watching as he has amassed quite a number of young, fascinated children who have found the best thing ever. A dancing bird.
Dancing,
willing to repeat.
juggling.
The dancing, juggling bird that repeats things back to them.
And occasional sword play.
Yeah.
Like it's a full vaudeville act going on right here.
Yeah.
Call, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ragnar will then just pull out a trail ration, split it with whoever happens to be closest, and sit down and watch the show.
Okay. Yeah.
He will keep doing it as long as he is conscious. Because, well, he's the center of attention at the moment. Like any good egotist should be.
Yeah. At one point, one of the people watching a child tries to come and pull her son away and just be like, you have to go to sleep now. It's been 5 hours. Yeah. And that happens. Eventually, Eventually, Alistar,
Mm.
Helena shows up at your table. You don't necessarily see her come up, but she sits down.
Hello.
I've spoken to... I've arranged for you to have an audience later. Anytime after twilight with your allies. Come by the main building and you should be able to head home from there.
See who, sorry?
The large building in the middle of town.
Oh. Tell who?
Well, I suppose it's up to you. It's entirely your decision. And I owe none of the others a debt.
Hang on, sorry, I'll be right. Just give me like 5 minutes.
I feel like in keeping with theme with the moment, this is where a hook comes from the side of the screen, grabs Ragnar and pulls him away. Or not Ragnar.
Alistar.
Alistar.
No, this sounds important. Give me a second. I'm gonna go and like ask the bar person to get the other half of this like tea that I have, and like make me some tea with it.
Yeah. She'll shrug, take it. Few minutes later, you get a fancy sort of engraved teacup with some steaming hot tea in it.
Thank you. And I do the like finger thing, and I drink the tea. I go back to the table.
Again, it's weird to do the half dose. It's not quite clear. Everything's a little bit ill-making as well.
I really must write myself a note to stop doing that. It's very annoying. I wouldn't listen anyway, would I? Fuck, I'm such an idiot. Sorry. Please, I don't remember what you were saying before completely because me wasn't paying attention. So would you mind terribly repeating yourself? I do apologize.
Of course. She just looks very confused. I've arranged an audience for you tonight. If you head to the main building, you should be able to get home from there.
Audience tonight.
Anytime after twilight.
Building. Yes, this should last long enough, but if it doesn't, maybe I can staple it to my own face. If I can affix it somehow with wax, no, I'd probably enjoy that.
I love Alistair so much.
You might alert your allies if this is a state that plagues you.
Yes, that's the plan. Not to worry. I'm afflicted for the next few hours, certainly. The curse of self-awareness.
You have need, and he gives you a room number essentially and heads up. Actually, no, she doesn't have family in town, so she's staying at the inn.
Thank you. Okay, I'll go and find the rest of the group.
Alistar, you do notice as Helena moves about, especially in this tavern, which is fairly crowded, people treat her very respectfully. Almost everyone seems to recognize her. Wave, nod, bow. When she asks for things, the responses are very polite. That sort of thing.
Big shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Useful to know.
Yeah, so you wanted to go find Ragnar?
Yes, I will go and find as many of the rest of the group as I can get in one place.
Yeah, so if you pick up the other two in the tavern, you manage to find everyone viewing Click Clack making a fool and a performance.
He's now moved on to knock knock jokes.
Huh. Did not expect
For
that.
entranced, delighted children.
Please tell me Click Clack's version of knock knock jokes is just repeating the phrase knock knock over and over again until somebody gets bored and walks away. Oh, okay.
Alistar looks at
They are a little bit confusing because they are still in this hodgepodge of languages. And instead of knock knock, he just goes,
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. You know, I could warn Click Clack about what happened last time someone in the group was interfering with children. On the other hand,
So yeah, he's just having a grand old time.
Click Clack, I see you're pulling pranks. Haha, wonderful stuff.
Insight.
Yeah. Roll me insight. Alistar, are you trying to deceive?
Does that answer your question?
I was gonna say make it with disadvantage because you have trouble concealing this specific state.
Yeah. Alright. Let's roll that again. Deception. 25.
All right. It was just
26.
specifically the way that it was said. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's an opening.
Well, I'm taking that for the rest of the one. Well, okay, yeah, sure. Let's go with this. Well, I just thought maybe I could help you.
Oh?
Yes, exactly. I walk up to Click Clack and I put my hand on his shoulder. It's like, trust me, this gets them every time. And I put my hand on his shoulder and I cast Polymorph.
Okay.
So that noise that Click Clack just made, that was like a dog, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I make Click Clack a dog?
I believe that is within the challenge rating that is allowed. And wait, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn
So-
sure. Unless
Yeah. Let me
unless
give
the
you
hound-
the stats block real quick, just in case.
Unless the hound in question is Cerberus, I think you're within the challenge rating.
There's no
Like
pet
like a
dog
cute-
stats, but there are wolf stats.
like a really
so-
cute little puppy, like just so
Yeah.
cute and so small.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't,
So
don't-
Click Clack, Alistar, trust me, this gets him every time. And you feel, actually, I believe Click Clack gets a save if he wants it.
yeah, you do if you want.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save.
But I'm trying to convince you to just go with me on this.
I guess that's the question. If he's willing to until the moment where he feels himself start to change, does he get a saving throw?
So in that specific instance, I want you to roll me a reactionary arcana just to see if you identify what's happening. This isn't necessarily the spell proper, but what the spell is doing.
22.
Yes.
All right. So now that we've got my 17 out of the way, let's go ahead and roll my wisdom save at -2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
if
So
Ragnar is within 10 feet,
yeah.
and I was up away from the group a little bit, I have a total of 8. Otherwise, it's a 3.
it's DC 16.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that does not beat Alistar's very challenging DC. So Click Clack, you have this moment of realization halfway through the spell being cast where you can feel, being the one that's being cast on, the form that the spell is going to take, and you're like, no, I really would prefer not to. Unfortunately, that just comes a second too late in a second, and you feel Alistar's magic kind of wrap around, overpowering you. And then you feel something else. This rippling sense in the back of your now dog consciousness as you look around. You're much smaller than the children now, because Alistar said puppy.
We have a full Animorph style transformation sequence.
I feel like it comes across to others as, you motherfucker.
Yep.
Who's a good boy?
But
Who's a good boy?
because I can never predict anything with you guys. I want you to make me a wisdom save.
Yay! Oh, good. Because the last one worked out so well. 6 or 11.
So in addition to like the general sense that you are a dog, there is some pressure in the back of your mind around you. And you sort of like just are looking up, looking around, trying to see what might be causing that, if it's another spell, something like that. And as you look over the main, this main building that I mentioned before, the large one, there is what you can only describe as a column of primordial essence and magic coming off of it that somehow your dog self is attuned to. And you are technically frightened of that building right now. Oh. The kids are, of course, delighted by the now a dog.
Hey!
Murder you in your sleep is what he's thinking.
And, of course, it's going, sit, paw.
Alistar leans down and whispers in the dog's ear, piss yourself.
Wait. Let's be clear. Are you just making the suggestion?
Yes,
or...
I'm just
okay.
making the suggestion.
The dog looks up at the bard with a look of like, I'm gonna get you for this, and it sits down and puts, with the driest expression a dog can, puts paw out.
Mm-hmm. The kids
he wants to shake your hand. Go on. Go on, Jake. Good dog.
Okay,
Good dog.
so that
dog.
continues unless anyone stops it.
Well, I look around briefly and I'm like, by the way, we have an audience tonight in the main building. Should get us home.
Is he pointing at the building that you were just talking about?
Yeah, and Click Clack, with Polymorph, you can still understand everything that's being said.
Should get us home. And you're all very welcome.
Who do we
Who's a
have to
good
talk
dog?
to?
Hmm?
Who do we have to talk to in the
Whoever's
building?
in the building. Didn't really pay attention. I'm assuming it'll be fairly obvious due to the, ceremonial nature. And have you seen the size of that building? There'll be an important person in there we need to talk to. It's not going to be difficult. Don't worry about it. How do you feel about dogs? Come pet the dog.
Yeah, I'm good.
What? But how can you resist? Look at that little face. Look how cute it is. Look at him. Look at him. He's so
Being
cute.
a barbarian who's very used to nature, you definitely are picking up, exactly what Click Clack is thinking.
Oh, yeah.
And putting off right now.
It's the fact that he just bit the half-elf's finger what didn't make it obvious.
Ow, who's a cute little shit. Ah.
Yep.
Wait, he could still understand, right?
Yeah.
As a dog? Sky will say in Undercommon, "We'll get him back."
And none of you speak Sylvan, huh?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
There's
And then he's just mostly looking at that giant, freaky ass building.
Ragnar's gonna try and get a bead on. I mean, like, obviously he saw Alistar turn Click-Clack into the dog.
Mm-hmm.
But, and you're saying that Click-Clack is just staring at the building, or?
I mean, I feel like unless you're hiding, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's just sort of staring at it.
Mm-hmm.
Oi, Click-Clack. I mean, what's going on?
Ragnar, you're talking to a dog.
Sort of sits up on hind legs a little bit and like spreads his paws wide.
What is it, boy?
And
Is someone
just
trapped in the well?
Isn't it fucking obvious what's up?
I think someone's trapped in the well, Ragnar. We should go and save them.
This might hurt a bit. To Click-Clack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
And then he pauses for a minute to see if Click-Clack, like, seems to understand what's going on and what's about to happen.
Nope.
Click-Clack looks completely oblivious.
Doesn't understand. I mean, he knows that he's been changed form, obviously, but no, he has no idea that a giant rock or something like that is about to fall on him to undo the polymorph.
Scott, can you block the audience's view for a minute for me?
Let's traumatize the children.
No, he's aware of that.
Scott will try to get the children's attention.
I
And
don't
then-
see how you're going to
Okay,
not...
Scott, make me a persuasion or performance roll to grab the children's attention.
Either way, it sucks. Let's go persuasion. That's a 3.
Some of them seem to be paying attention to you in the way where they can clearly tell that you're trying to be the one grabbing their attention, but many of the others are just trying to go for the dog.
I'm gonna pull out one of the gems
Mm-hmm.
that I have and like try and get their attention with shiny thing.
Ragnar picks up the dog and starts walking into the nearest space between buildings.
As soon as Ragnar picked up the dog and walks into a space, I drop concentration.
Even better.
All right. So halfway like around the corner, the dog is suddenly a pile of feathers and significantly heavier than a small puppy.
Set down.
In that brief moment where I sense I'm about to change, you hear the dog just go, thump.
Oh.
Yeah.
Set Click-Clack down.
Ragnar, you
Click-Clack,
could have asked.
that sort of frightful presence is gone from your mind at this
Okay.
time.
Were you going to go and do what I thought you were going to go and do? You're a sick puppy. No, not you, Click-Clack. Ragnar. That is not okay. No.
Try
that's
it.
not cool. That's not cool. Why would you do that to your friend? We were all just having a laugh.
Wow. So many things that Ragnar is not aware of that just fireworks mentally. But well, now that that's all sorted,
Were you going to go and kill a dog?
completely ignores Alistar and just walks off towards the big building. Catch up, you lot!
Alistar, you do know you were told to go after Twilight.
Yeah. That's what I said this evening to them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, what time is it now?
4 in the afternoon, maybe.
Okay, so we have a couple of hours.
It's really impossible to tell. It's the Feywild.
Yep. It's literally almost twilight all the time.
Like,
most of the time.
yeah. You're going almost exclusively by, like, how tired you are since you woke up this morning.
So if Click-Slack starts saying that, Ragnar will stop and look over his shoulder at him.
He points to the place. I guess the only person that he would have a voice of reference for this is Alistar, so puppy.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yes. You want to go again? We can do that. That's fine. Come here.
Feathery finger.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. I thought you enjoyed that. That was fun. Come on. That was fun. Come on.
He like does a thumbs up. Okay. Like, nice work. And leaves it off there for now. It's that.
What's up with the building then?
You don't like it for some reason?
Just for like little me. Didn't.
At 8. But
You
you're
as
not.
a dog didn't like it. Okay.
Well then, think a little bit of potential reconnoitering and exterior investigation might be called for.
What?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Come on, Click-Clack. We're gonna have a go have a wee bit of a poke around.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh. Guess I'm not the only one in this group who's obsessed with poking things. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? Oh, shit. I mean, her, da.
Why are you to roll me a deception with disadvantage again?
I feel like that's sarcastic, but okay. I feel like that's, like, so obvious that...
Yeah, well, you can always choose to fail a roll.
Alright, well, I'll roll it anyway and see if I'm accidentally good at it. Yeah.
Yep. Yes,
With an
you are.
18, you're good at it, but, like, with something like that, you guys all do pick up on Alistar's behaving a bit weirdly.
But we've seen him act this weirdly before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. And Ragnar's gonna go poke around the outside of the large, scary two dogs building.
Before you go, Scott will tell you to be safe.
Fair enough. Let's do my best. Lorette, come along. We've got some things to look into.
Sure, boss. And yeah, she'll... The two rogues and I'm assuming Click-Clack Cole.
Yep.
Okay. So the paladin and the two rogues go to investigate a building. This also ends well. Yeah. So when you get there, again, the entirety of the building is wooden. It's got a lot of runes carved into the wood in just various places, the panes of it, stuff like that. There's the cone-shaped roof. It's much larger than anything else in the town. Something specific you're looking for or at?
So Ragnar's going to step up front and basically say, and then turn to the other two. I'm going to be quite obviously attempting to investigate this building, which should draw most attention if anybody is objecting to such sorts of activities. So if you two would rather take a slightly more subtle approach, probably stay on the outside, but see what you can find. And he's just going to kind of rest his hands behind his head, glance up at the thing, and see if he can suss out the meaning for any of these runes or anything like that.
Okay, make me an Arcana.
In a very sort of overt and open fashion.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
Click clack. What are you doing as this goes on?
He is going to try to find a much quieter way.
All right. Make me a
Secretive
stealth
way.
throw.
Wow, we are killing it today.
Not great, but so there's a few trees on the outside. Unfortunately, this building is pretty in the open, but you basically stick to the back side of the building where there's less houses jutted up against it.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I am just poking the fuck around.
Okay, make me an investigation roll.
There we go. 18.
Ragnar, so the most you can glean with the 12 is that most of these runes are things that you recognize as being natural or elemental spells, potentially, something like that. This is mostly secondhand knowledge from your brother. You yourself don't have any arcane or natural magic related experience. Conquest isn't really a touchy-feely natural domain.
Knowledge I picked up via osmosis.
Yeah, but that's sort of what you're getting as you stare out front. Click clack. With an 18 investigation, you notice a few things. One, the area, especially the area around back, definitely smells of dogs. There's that sort of scent in the air that you're a little bit primed to pick up and notice. You also notice that there is a hatch that seems to lead into some sort of basement of this place. And there are a few second-story windows.
You know what's about to come.
Windows or hatch?
Hatch.
Lock
Basement? Absolutely. He is checking it for traps first.
Okay.
Oh. Well, neither of those were very good.
Does not seem to be trapped.
Okay. Let's pick some locks. For fuck's sake!
With an 11, yeah, it's a simple enough padlock. You slide it open. It's not great from your end, but it's fine from a
Did the job.
DC 10 perspective.
Look around.
Yeah.
Nobody around.
Mm.
Or pull open or... Okay.
Yep. Okay. So as you slide in down this hatch, there's no ladder. It's just a short drop, at sort of a slight angle, probably some stairs actually. You hear a sound of ding, like a bell that reverberates. It's not particularly loud, but it is kind of omnipresent, and you do recognize it as an alarm spell.
Fuck! Well, too late now. I start looking around.
Okay.
I mean, at that point...
Do you have dark vision?
That is an excellent question.
No.
Thought you had goggles of some sort, but I don't remember what those did.
I know you
I
have
have
eyes of
eyes of
charming. I wasn't
charming.
sure if
Ah,
you
that's right.
had a dark vision related thing as well.
Nope. But you know what I do have?
A hooded
Lamp,
lantern.
torch,
A hooded lantern.
hour.
Thump. Thunk.
Yeah. So as you sort of turn the lantern around to see, this looks like some sort of cellar. Again, it smells strongly of dogs in here. And as you're kind of turning the lamp, you see a large size see, this is the problem with Roll20 telling me, oh, you can't have that many items in your thing, that I can't show you stuff because, yeah. A large white-haired wolf with a feathered tail seems to be sleeping in the corner. There's some blue glowing on a sort of blue glowing crest to the beast's forehead.
Sorry, describe it one more time. I got distracted.
Large white wolf seems to be sleeping in the corner. There's a soft blue glow from a crest on the forehead and some feathers to the tail.
How big of a wolf?
Mechanically large sized, so
Bigger than me.
yeah.
Would probably be able to look you in the eye if it was standing up type dimensions on a wolf.
Yeah. Yeah, roughly. Probably a little shorter than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still creeping forward to see what's glowing on its forehead. To get a better look.
Yeah, make me a stealth check.
Okay.
Just because you are creeping.
Jesus.
Yeah, you don't.
I mean, 17. Plus
You don't seem to wake the creature.
Okay.
Why do I get the feeling that like Click Clack sneaks like Bugs Bunny, where just like the fingers and the toes are moving across the ground,
Right.
and the rest of him is completely immobile?
No. He does this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He stealths like a goblin rogue from World of
dramatic.
Warcraft. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting up close, you can see that the creature is asleep, eyes are closed. On the forehead, there seems to be some sort of glowing rune. You can make me an Arcana check if you would like.
I would like. I would also like to be successful, but we can't all get what we want now, can we?
There is also an image file in just a link form. With an 8, you think it's the same as one of the runes you saw on the outside of the building, but that's as much as you're sure of.
Must not take a feather. Must not take a feather. Must not take a feather. Really want a feather.
I mean, if it's anything like most other feathered animals, there might be a
Yeah,
few
has
that have
it
just
molted
fallen
at
out,
all?
right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some on the ground. There's mixed in with the fur. Okay. Got it in your bag.
Back to the hatch. Look up. About how far up is it?
Not too far, and there are stairs.
climb up the stairs. Now it just turns out that these are our stairs that are designed to go with each step.
I mean, given your stealth roll, it kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
But the wolf does not seem to wake up before you leave.
Yep. Put lock back on. There's a lock. Yep. Stop. There's something right behind me, isn't there?
Yeah. Actually.
I just had a feeling. And then he's back because he backed his way out of up the stairs so as to keep the wolf in his vision at all times. Super carefully.
Yep. Yeah. So as you slowly sort of turn around, feeling breath on the back of your on the back of your neck, you see a creature behind you. It also looks roughly like some sort of wolf with a strange mask. And I can't find the image file because I had it to upload. Yeah. And a sort of large bushy tail, brownish black fur that becomes blue on the underbelly, and some sort of mask that covers its snout. You get the distinct sense of essentially amusement or laughter from this creature as it just sort of nudges you with its nose and starts and opens up the hatch walking down in.
Trying to push me in?
Nope, just moving by you, doing that thing that cats and dogs do where they like glom to you a little bit.
I let it go.
Yeah.
I watch it go. I wait till the hatch is shut. And I walk away. Fuck this place.
Fair enough. Okay. So, the three of you reunite. Unfortunately, she did not find much of anything. So Ragnar, she'll relay to you that the runes continue all the way around. It seems like there's some second story windows, but you said to keep it to exterior, so that's what I got.
Fair enough.
Click-clack pulls out a feather and makes
What's that?
A hushed sound. Volume down to about 10% of a wolf howl, and points at the feather.
A wolf ate a bird? Oh, is that one of your family?
I point at...
Take that as a no.
For those listening, the middle finger is given.
By the way,
it's a white feather, not a
creature
black
that
feather.
ran by you looked like this, roughly.
Right. Okay, then. That's definitely a thing. He points specifically at the feather and does the howl again while pointing at the feather.
There's a feathery wolf.
Yep.
Where?
Points downward, points back towards the backyard, and then points downward.
Alright then. Well.
And then quickly draws out the symbol, the rune.
Mm-hmm.
Points at head or forehead.
Can Ragnar find that rune somewhere on the building?
Yeah, you can see it in a few places. It's part of the larger structure of it. Given it's a specific rune, you can make me another Arcana check if you'd like.
Okay.
It's not
That's a 4.
Well, it's hard. It's not hard, but it's also not easy enough that you get it with a 4.
Fair enough.
You've definitely seen this one before.
Jeremy, what's my roll record look like thus far?
7.14.
Christ.
Our group average with 29 rolls is a 7.93.
Yeah.
Well, ringing in the new year right.
Hey,
The
you're
current
above average.
8.8 looks Titanic at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay,
asked
then.
what I'm rolling, but I haven't rolled more than like
6.67.
twice, I think.
3 rolls.
3 times.
Anyway,
Okay.
so at that point, just head back and find the rest of the group, probably.
All right. Yeah, they're easy enough to find. Wherever. Actually, Scott and Alistair, I should check. Was there anything you wanted to do while the sneak snuck off to sneak?
No, I'm waiting for twilight to happen and then going to the building,
Okay.
like I was told to.
Scott is just making sure that nobody gets into any trouble.
Too late.
Alright.
Nice
Yeah.
try. Well done.
Well, not you guys.
Oh, okay.
The rest of them.
Yeah.
She stayed back to let you go get into trouble. Well, she kept an eye on the rest of the group.
Okay.
Rest of the
Yeah, so it's easy enough to meet back up at the inn or wherever you guys would like to meet.
Inn sounds good to me.
Yep.
And yeah, if nothing happens between now and twilight, just go to our meeting at that point.
All right. You communicate to the rest of the group about what happened or no?
Yeah. Yeah, Ragnar will let Click-Clack take point on that.
Oh, good. More charades.
No, he's heard Ragnar say, "You found a feathery wolf? Where was it?"
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no, he will recount the entire conversation like a goddamn cassette tape.
Alrighty then.
That's the great thing about having a party member who's a Kanku. You can be like, I reiterate exactly all of those conversations that were had. So yes,
Nope.
Alistar, you guys never actually said the rune aloud. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he redraw the rune for the rest of us?
Mm-hmm.
okay, Sky, you can make me an intelligence or an Arcana roll. Alistar, being someone trained in this kind of magic,
Mhm.
whether or not you choose to communicate it, you would instantly recognize it as essentially a rune associated with healing. It is somewhere between life and nature, but specifically as an action, it is healing.
I rolled a 17 on Arcana.
Scott, you
yeah.
also recognize the rune just as something you've seen around before.
It's
Okay.
a rune of healing and communion with nature. And what? Why What? I don't understand. I just want to get out of here. Can't we? Do we have to keep mucking about?
Yeah,
Click,
what
clack.
he said.
Looks at Alistair like he's grown a second head.
So does
Alistar
Ragnar
jumps
for
back.
that reason.
Alistar jumps back from Scar looking like,
Because Scott just agreed with
terrified.
Alistar.
Yeah. Sidles quietly over to Ragnar. Leans down, very obviously, whispers in Ragnar's ear. I think Scar might have been replaced by some sort of body double. Shh.
Ragnar just sort of looks over at Alistar. Feywild is a bit of a tricky place, but as far as mucking about goes...
This place
never mind.
sucks. It's bad.
Say that a little louder where the locals that are living on the other side of town might not have been able to hear you.
That's why we're leaving.
We're not leaving because it sucks. We're leaving because we don't
I am.
belong here. And we want to go home. Where we only mostly belong there.
Sorry, can you just remind me where home is again, Scar?
Oh, if only. If only I could.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I know my home isn't here.
Ragnar goes and orders some food for the table.
Okay. Yep. Easy enough. Probably about 2 silver or so.
Yep, he can cover that. And we wait for twilight.
Okay.
Yeah.
We sit
So
in
on
awkward
that,
silence.
Conversation, I guess. We're gonna go to break real quick.
Cool.
All right,
Breakfast
we'll
break.
be back in a minute, everybody. And we're back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Jack has informed me he's echoing, which probably means he was echoing in my thing.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm good now.
So hopefully that's been fixed before we went live. But as time passes, is to twilight. Some of the party eats. Does all of the party eat?
This
Nope.
party does.
Ska will eat her rations.
Is food given to me and put in front of me?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I eat.
All right. And it makes it towards twilight. Alistar, it's been about 4 or 5 hours at this point. You can feel yourself losing that more solid grasp on reality.
That's better. Ah.
So,
Right.
And you can actually sort of tell. There's windows to this bar, and sort of it's slowly and then all at once the sky it changes from sort of a darkening blue with some orange. Oh,
No, you're fine. I'm unrelated to game.
okay. Dark blue with some orange tinges to a bright glowing purple that sort of shines in the windows, casting unusual coloring around the bar and shadows. In all of the shadows. Looking outside, you can see many stars and 2 of the moons dotting the sky.
about that time, eh, chaps?
Are you ill?
Not entirely sure what I just ate, but something caught in my throat, I believe.
Huh. No, I've done that before.
Aye, but I'm pretty sure you're usually very aware of what's going into your mouth.
Fair point.
Anyway, you got the invite to this wee sit-down meeting, assembly, whatever. Would you like to lead the way?
Yes. No. Maybe?
Fair enough. And Ragnar just stands up and walks out. And he will wait outside for everybody.
Alright.
Yep.
So eventually you all gather outside and presumably start heading up to that large main building that you investigated earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Pushing open the front door, and heading inside, you can see that twilight sort of leaking, that glowing bright purple twilight leaking into this space. It's dark here, and looking up, you don't see the top of this building. You instead see the sky above you, entirely unobstructed. Beneath your feet is the wood of the building, yes, but on the inside, this place is growing vines and plants, and directly in front of you on a large pedestal there is a doorway. It gleams with silver energy, and through it you catch a glimpse of a place that looks very different from the one you are currently in. As you all sort of take stock of your surroundings, and pause, just like, even if you're anticipating magic, this sort of place is always somewhat jarring. The wisps of star and sky start to assemble. The light in his place glows. The stars themselves seem to rearrange. And above you in the sky, you can see the rough, face image of a wolf looking down upon you.
I feel like as a individual used to navigating by the night sky, that's a little disconcerting for Ragnar.
Yeah.
Not the wolf, just stars not supposed, patterns, movement, yet, but not
And somehow the wolf makes Ska feel fine.
Yeah. And sort of as you're looking around, this creature here that you can, it's almost an outline within the cosmos itself, speaks. I am known as Father of Wolves. You come here. You're seeking passage from this plane to another. By ancient oath, I am friend to the children of the realms, your mortal kin. I oversee this totem and assist in travel. Speak, children of the plains, of where you wish to go.
Ragnar kind of leans over to Ska a little bit. Well, if I'd known it was going to be this easy, I would have had a wee bit of a discussion with you all and figured out exactly where we wanted to be dropped off.
Also sort of smiling vapidly in the background.
Click, you can definitely make the connection that this creature's presence was likely what your puppy brain was freaking out about.
Right.
Well,
if you need more time to consider, I will say this. If you are hoping to return to the plane of your origin, and son of the dwarves, there are additional challenges.
Oh, and what might those be?
The plane you are from unravels. It shakes itself and the other worlds around it.
Aye, we're aware of that. Trying to fix that, actually, as a matter of fact. Any advice? Aside from,
to travel there. I am here to assist travelers, but to travel there takes more power than I can offer.
So is this kind of a bit of a, well, I'll drop you off as close as I can sort of arrangement?
Perhaps. In order to open a gate to that plane, I will require 3 boons from other Fae powers.
Oh, we've got to go forge a few alliances.
The more boons you manage to acquire, the more precisely I can guide you to exactly where you wish to be. Any other plane, I can simply open the gate and let you through.
Ska will lean over and whisper to Ragnar, or we could just go back to the plane we came from before we came here. And she'll give a kind of silly smile with it.
Is that
Scott, as you speak, child of this plane, do you wish to return to your own home?
Ska will open her mouth to say something and then stop herself. I don't know exactly where my home is at the moment, but
It is a simple enough journey.
I wish to go wherever my friends are going.
Very well.
Well, speaking for myself, I'd say my objective would be something along the lines of back on the deck of the Dead Man's Revenge as soon as possible. Still need to touch base with my brother and whatnot as quickly as I can. So, what are these boons you need from the other personages hereabouts?
Great, ancient, and archfey, and the born of both sentience and of the life of this land itself, of are made entirely of their own magic, of powerful artifacts and aspects. Acquire these, it is usually best to get them willingly, from the Fae or their keepers, all across the land.
So,
If you wish
go off
to
on a number.
arrive on the deck of a ship, you will need 6 boons in total. I can see this place, but as it moves, it is a challenge to arrive.
So, go on an adventure, get some favors, boons, artifacts, what have you, from 6 Archfey in order to get back to where we need to be. Alistair, it sounds like it's right up your alley as far as great stories to tell around firesides and, after sex and shit.
You want to get what up my alley?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, no, let's go be heroes.
Father Wolves, it's a deal!
Very well. One of my he do not send you completely unprepared to a realm that only one of you has walked before. My children will guide, protect, shepherd, and carry you.
Oh, that's much appreciated.
Wait. Does that mean what I think it means?
Probably not.
Do we get a doggo? Oh, please tell me we get a doggo.
You
I want a
can
doggo.
see like
I want a
this
doggo.
amused head tilt. That seems to be within your own magical power. Have you not done it before? Or here?
Oh yeah, but he's usually more of a more like that. Point at Click Clack.
Yeah, and the creature will look to Click Clack at this point. I will say, small one, your presence was unexpected. Both the form you assumed and I have not seen any of your people in a long time. But like any children of the plains, of course I am here to assist.
Hold on. Sorry.
It's fine.
So do we need to get boons to go anywhere? Or just to be able to get back to our ship?
To arrive at the plane that is home to your fellows, those you will need at least 3 boons for the totem of sidestepping, in addition to my power.
So we need at least 3 to get back, but 6 if we want to get on the ship. Okay. Why are things always complicated?
Well, do you have any guidance or directions as to which archfey we need to go to and what we need to get from them?
As I have said, this land is made of the powerful Fae and their keepers. Anywhere that you could travel to that might be considered a place of its own is likely to have of such powers.
Fair enough then. Non-specific.
You...
Sorry, Ragnar's just moving really quickly right now.
It's fine. And you see sort of, again, in the skyscape of this place, the reflection of essentially like the area turning into a map. You could journey to the silvered peaks. Seek the blessing of the patron there. You could assist in the quarrels of the feast keeper and the fast keeper. You could journey to the flower garden, and aid them in their rollicking. The port of winter wings and the port of fair summer. There's likely sell boons, as do many wanderers. The fae that make up the bog's mouth and the divine spring may also aid you in this.
Right, you are then.
There is also the accursed tree, quite a powerful boon that I suspect would have other ways to assist you beyond returning home. But it is a blighted and dangerous land.
Alright. Well, that's quite a bit to consider, and then, of course, once we've gotten 3 to 6-ish, somewhere in there, depending, we just come back and talk to you about it.
Come back. This place is active at any twilight.
Good to know.
And each of you find in your hand one small, essentially wooden carving of a wolf. Click clack, you recognize in your hand that silver wolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a wooden carving?
Yeah, a wooden carving. Yeah, each of you has a small wooden, sort of painted carving of a wolf.
White feather wolf.
My children will seek you out should their services be the most needed, but you may also call upon them. I will warn you, each of them can only aid you once in this journey.
Right, well, we are certainly grateful for what you've told us, and I think we're gonna get started on this right away. Have to see what sort of... Hi! Quite like.
That sounds heroic.
Well,
Wait,
it's generally
hang on.
only heroic if it turns out well.
Hang on. If we were in a different plane, place, thing, whatever, is time still passing at the same rate? And are we running out of it?
I do not believe that there is such an end that you will lose your own time. But time in between the planes is never consistent, and other planes keep to things like clocks and hours and distance that the Feywild eschews.
I'm sure Ragnar understood that.
No.
Oh.
No time does not pass the same.
Okay. Weirdy time stuff. Okay.
Alright, well, we won't take up any more of your time until we've gotten some of this accomplished. Thank you so much for the intelligence, and we'll be about our own business then. Everybody, let's move out.
All
Did
right.
we get a copy of this map, or is it just it was shown to us?
I mean, it was made out of the stars in the sky above you, so no, you don't get a copy of this map.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
it's fine. Just checking.
And Ragnar will look for the door and take it.
All right. Yeah. Easy enough. You head on out. Is anyone remaining behind?
Nope.
Scott thinks about it for a moment, but then she follows Ragnar.
Okay.
And given the information that he was provided, Ragnar's going to recommend that we spend the night here in town and then head out for the Silvered Peaks tomorrow.
Click clack, thumbs up his agreement.
Sleep, yes. I like sleep.
Excellent. So, let's get ourselves some rest, make sure we're as supplied as we can. Don't forget to look for opportunities along the way to supplement our provisions and logistics, that sort of thing. If you notice anything important or interesting, feel free to let me know. We'll give it a quick investigation.
Is our new entourage joining us?
Oh, yes.
Just checking.
Safety in numbers, especially in a strange land. Besides, Sylvester and Zawin have their own things that are going on that they're looking for, so traveling with us will probably be a bit safer for them. Lorette definitely still owes me a lot. We need to find somebody to fix Chloe's arm for her, poor lass, and yeah.
Okay.
Did Helena make it sound like she was pretty much done?
Yeah, like... Actually, you weren't there for the conversation with Alistar, but...
No.
From what you might have picked up from her along the road, yeah, it sounded like, okay, I'll get you here, you'll be able to teleport home from there, and that's my life debt paid.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Good to know. And then, yeah, Ragnar will go buy a room at the inn for the evening.
Okay. Yep. Easy enough. So, you all get your inn rooms and anything else you'd like to accomplish tonight.
I don't think so.
Not for me.
Probably just click-clack, I would assume.
Check a thing real quick.
What about me?
I assume click-clack has things to do tonight.
Oh, I think I still have that spell book that needed to be identified, don't I? Yeah. Like, just looking through my inventory.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
yeah.
Jeremy, was there something you said you wanted to do that I missed?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay.
So yeah, before going into trance, I'd probably do identify on the spell book, just to see what it is.
Can you remind me where you found this book?
I honestly don't remember. In my notes, it just says spell book needing identification. If you can't remember, then we'll figure it out for next time.
Yeah, just message me in Slack when you know where you got that book from, because
Okay.
I know of 3 books you would have had. None of them are actually spell books, and one of which you have actually returned at this time.
It's between the silver ring that was taken from the chest in the home and the decanter of endless water in my inventory. If that helps you at all.
Oh, that spell book.
Okay.
I thought someone else had that for some reason. Yeah, that spell book. Can you put the text of identify in chat?
Sure.
Aaron, your ability to remember a spell book based on what magical items are surrounding it on someone's character sheet
Fucking
is
astounding.
So, I'm lucky because those things were all in the same approximate loot pile.
And this is why I put things in my inventory in order and don't rearrange them.
Yeah. Though I will recommend in the future, if there's something that you're like, oh, we need to figure that out at some point, don't just put a stick I need to figure out the purpose of.
Yes,
Put
next time I will take better notes. I apologize.
Or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was just one of those where I put it in my notes quickly and then forgot to identify that session.
And now I need to go to D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond, the place where all of the information on all of the random magic items is.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag please sponsor us.
Yes. Oh, man.
Alright, so this is an enduring spellbook. This spellbook, along with anything written in its pages, can't be damaged by fire or immersion in water. In addition, the spellbook doesn't deteriorate with age, which explains why, unlike everything else in that house, it was actually in decent condition.
Interesting. Okay.
In case you want to triple class.
I know, right? Like, that's not exactly something I can do. Alright, cool. I'm going to put that in my...
There are spells in there, but you already rolled and couldn't make those out.
Right. I now will put that in my thing here so that I remember what that is. Awesome sauce.
Yep.
Cool.
It's a common magical item. But yes, I remember what that was.
Cool. If we ever meet a wizard...
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of not in this game right now.
Right.
When I meet the wizard.
I mean, technically, Ska meets the prerequisites for the ritual caster feat.
This is true.
Yep.
I will look into that. Is that in the PHP?
Should be.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I will look into that.
I mostly said that as a joke, but
I'll still look into it.
So yeah, you identify that, and all of you sleep. It is strange. Most of you have these odd, disorienting, not exactly mechanically it's exhausting, but like that really trippy kind of dream where everything doesn't make sense and you're almost aware enough to know that, but it moves on from one thing to another so quickly it doesn't matter. And you all wake up rested, but kind of disoriented and confused, a little bit fuzzy. Except for Scott. You wake up having had those same weird dreams, but the best sleep you have ever had, to your own memory. Like, this is not a particularly nice inn, and you'd probably prefer to be sleeping in a forest, but this is so much, like, you feel very much rested and very aware, perky, alert.
Cool.
And you all assemble down at the bottom of the stairs.
Well, based on what we saw last night, we're headed out more or less southeastish, if directions are a thing that the Feywild has. Huh?
Nah.
Wonder if you can buy horses here. We need some traveling supplies. We should see if anybody sells maps, rations, horses, shelters, all that sort of thing.
All that rubbish, yeah.
Alright.
And we lost Jeremy.
Yes, we did. It was listed in chat as the thing that was happening. Alright, so... Sorry, what were you looking for?
Traveling supplies, camping and shit.
Okay. Investigation roll.
Wow, that's an 18.
Okay. You can find for 8 silver essentially the map that you see on your screen right now.
He will spend 8
listed
silver on
with
that.
The major locations and labeled as the 12th continent. Yeah. That's 8 silver. You can find any of the adventuring supplies in the adventuring supplies table at market rate, with the exception of healing potions, which there are some of, but are of limited quantity, because infinite healing potions is a great way to break your campaign.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But yeah. You can find the adventuring supplies at market rate for whatever you're looking for. You can't find any horses for sale. There are a few... They're not actually horses, but a few essentially fey creatures that are performing horse-like duties, but the town needs them for, like, agriculture and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. All right. Ragnar will spend another probably 25 gold on supplies, food-wise, and things like that.
Okay. Yep.
And
get some rations.
Yeah, basically, go that way. Okay. And sorry, I'm fixing things in roll in.
Okay. Is there anything the other two are looking for?
What kind of place are we in? Like, what do I think I could get here, generally?
That's a marketplace. Ragnar already found all of the place for general adventuring supplies, but there's quite a few things that would seem like oddities to you. As I described before, there's many shiny things, the occasional ornate dagger. There's a place that does leather armor. There's a seller that sells fruit that when she claps her hands at it, gets up, sprouts some legs, and walks around and does a little jig.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just. Oh, sorry. I'm pretty much just browsing then. Like I'm just being entertained, looking at one thing and going, "Oh wow," and then seeing something else and running over and looking at that. And
I feel like in the comic version, there's like a mirror of the 3 panels Click Clack had earlier of watching things in the square with Alistar doing the same.
Yes. Yeah, almost certainly.
Alistar's doing the Nightmare Before Christmas. What's this? What's this?
Yes.
Right.
Scott will look and see if there's any weaponry, but
Yeah, there's weapons. The thing that's being sold the most places is ornately carved daggers of various kinds, but you can find great swords, mauls, a few other things hanging up at one store.
does anything look like it's better than what I already own?
I have no bloody idea. What do you already own?
Just a greatsword.
Okay. Make me an Arcana roll.
Okie dokie. 13.
Yes, some of this stuff seems to be magical, which would almost always be better than what you've got.
I'm assuming it's probably all going to be way too expensive for me, though.
Yeah, as you look around the store, you notice that a lot of people aren't paying with gold. You see one person who does pick up just a sickle with some runing on it with coin itself, but most people are seem to be bartering.
Okay. Yeah, she'll go over and look at the great swords and see if there's anything cool.
Okay.
Has Ragnar noticed that as well?
I would assume Ragnar would see this, yes.
Okay.
As he's going around. The party's magic item hog noticed that someone else is looking at magic weaponry.
And that people are bartering for stuff instead of just paying outright.
But yeah, so you would also have noticed that there's bartering happening.
Yeah, mostly the bartering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what kind of cool greatsword can I find?
Make me an investigation roll.
Right. Please roll well. 16.
Okay. With the 16, they don't have much in terms of greatswords. They have a +1 greatsword and a moon-touched greatsword.
Okay.
Or at least those are the two you can clearly identify as both as greatswords and as
Okay.
as magical.
I'd probably check out the +1.
Okay. Yeah. It has a slight magical thrum of master craftsmanship. It's well balanced in your hand, and not actually silvered, but with a silvery coloring to it. As you sort of are testing it out, one of the shopkeepers comes over. Something has caught your eye?
Possibly.
It is a solid quality of weapon. Elegant weapons are preferred by many, but the those who eschew elegance still find that these are of the highest quality and efficient and sharp blades.
It seems to be weighted almost as well as my current. What would you want for it?
God damn it. For that blade is 400 gold. Or if you have trade.
I could trade my current sword for this one.
What does not seem even to me.
Of course. For a reduced price, of course. My current sword, plus...
I do not mix bartering and coin. You must understand that it is a risk that many partake in, but I see as ill-advised.
Okay. Then what else could I trade with?
You are the only one that knows what you have of value to trade.
I could give a great sword and a hand axe.
I'm not a fool. Barter is, of course, of my trade, but I'm not to be scammed. And for what I know to be fine wares.
I'm not trying to scam, I promise you.
Your family's taught you poorly, then.
My family is dead.
It's no excuse.
Right about now is when Ragnar walks in.
Yeah.
Oh! They got sharp things in here.
Yes. Yes, they do.
What you looking at then?
She'll hold out the greatsword.
Seems to be well crafted. What's this one do?
It's just better than the one I have.
Oh. Alright. How much does he want for it?
400 gold. Or something in trade.
I could give him 350 for it.
She'll look at him expectantly.
Ragnar, roll me a persuasion with disadvantage, because Ska's already tried this.
Okay. Let's see what we're at. That's a 7.
Barter is barter, coin is coin. Keep them separate.
Fair enough then. Here's your 400.
No, he'll take the gold, and you got a +1 sword. This is what happens when you let the pirate take all your money.
I was
So
gonna say,
that's just a
does
+1
Ragnar
greatsword.
keep it for himself, or did he buy it?
No,
for
he
me?
gave it to Ska.
Okay. She'll lean down and hug you.
Hey, I go. Nah, you'll be able to stick that through something's gullet soon enough if I have any inkling of what's to come in our future.
Indeed. Now I have 2. And she'll hold out the old one.
Oh, keep that for backup, aye.
Okay. I'm now going to change all of the things in my inventory. Plus 1. Great sword. That I will move up to the top of my list.
Alright, so Ragnar has plenty of supplies for the road. And... did anybody buy healing potions? Because Ragnar's got 4
Not
of those.
that they've told me about.
I had not gotten there yet, no.
Okay.
Yep.
That was going to be her next thought. But now that Ragnar was able to kind of like do a thing, she'll ask Ragnar if he wants to go with her to get healing potions.
Hey, I'll have a look. I've got a few myself, but having a couple extra on hand is never a bad idea. Oh, before I go though, one thing. And he goes back over to the shopkeep. Question for you, sir, if you don't mind me asking a vaguely related question that might be somewhere in your area of expertise. We're going to be traveling to the Silvered Peaks here in a bit. Possibly doing some trade and whatnot there abouts. So, do you have any knowledge of that region yourself, or would like to know what we're going to be getting into before we show up on their doorstep, as it were?
It's not a journey I've made in a while. It's a harsh area. Yeah, well traveled, but that means both kinds. Hello. Welcome back.
Welcome back, sir.
Fuck you, Xfinity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well then.
Sorry.
You're
Fine,
not,
it's
you're
reasonable.
not wrong.
For those not listening live, Jeremy just got back. For those on non-camera.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. As far as the Silvered Peaks go, they have many craftsmen, both plain children of the plains and otherwise. It's cold. You should get clothing that suits the environment if you wish to travel there. I know little of the Fae that control the place, or the Fae that make it up.
Have you heard any rumours of what sort of things individuals there like as far as resources to be used in trade?
I would imagine things they can't get it in the climate, so anything that does not grow where it is cold. Perhaps furs, though they may have many of those already. I would say, though, to keep in mind that trade... Not for me. Sorry, responding to something in chat. I would say, though, to keep in mind that trade is... not the same as you might expect. And value is created by the value understood by those who have, and those who want.
Appreciate it, then. Good looking out. Thank you for that.
Right.
And with that in mind, Ragnar's going to glance around. Is there anything in this shop that is like would qualify as a harvesting tool, like a skinner's knife or something like that?
Yeah, there's a few things like that. Essentially, there's a pack of blades that could be considered a herbalist kit, along with like. Wait, no, that's the wrong. Give me a second.
Like leather workers' tools, or maybe something.
Yeah, let's go with leather workers' tools. You could get leather workers' tools. You could get wood carvers' tools.
Okay. Yeah. How much is he asking for a set of leather workers' tools?
Leather workers' tools would be 5 gold.
Okay. Yeah, he'll buy that.
As you're making that last exchange, you do see him go over and talk with someone else, and like hand them a large number of various shaped blades and weapons, just like almost a sack's worth, in exchange for a small feather that the woman hands in.
What color of feather is it?
Golden blue.
Okay. So not white.
No. Does not seem to be a feather from the Wolf of Healing that you met before.
All right, and then we follow Ska down to potion cellar.
Okay. Yeah. You can find a place that it's not necessarily a potions shop so much as is an herbalist shop.
Okay.
There's like dried plants. There's bits and pieces of things.
Does Ragnar recognize any of the herbs as birth control herbs?
Make me a nature roll with advantage.
I love that keeps coming back up.
23.
Yeah, a few of these are used for that purpose.
I recognize that one. That one's a Sudicris crucifer. Over there is a Norophthalmus viridescens. Good for,
Most of the plants are unusual and not types you would recognize, but there are plenty from the material plane here that you do recognize.
Oh, yeah. No, those are made-up Latin names that are actually amphibians.
Yeah, I was assuming that you weren't talking about actual plants. I was just explaining for Ragnar's benefit
yes.
what he's seeing in the store with a 20...
Ragnar is trying to pass off that he knows more than he actually does.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you can get medicine kits here. She'll also, if you ask, I have a few healing potions in stock. They're always in high demand and challenging to make, but for 50 gold, I can offer one.
Looks at Ska. It's a reasonable price.
it is. Ska will take out one of the gems that she has and say and mention that the gem is worth 50 gold. Would she take that in trade?
She'll look at it. I'll take it. Just look at you. Keep your cares about you, girl. But yeah, she'll take the gem in exchange for a healing potion.
Ska will stare at her for a moment.
Oh, you don't... That's odd. Just be careful about giving things because you know their value in gold, and taking other things as currency. Contract of trades is strong on the 12th continent. Well, even compared to most.
Does Ragnar have any idea what this woman's on about?
Ragnar, roll me a history check with disadvantage or an arcana with disadvantage. Your choice.
It'll be the same either way. That's a
Scott
9!
Scott, you remember vaguely being admonished about that at some point in the past, but you have no idea what it means. Yeah, Ragnar, you know what contracts are. You know the basics, that contracts are binding basically regardless of the nature of the entity. Any fiend or devil or fae is just as bound by contracts as a human or an orc once they've made them. But that's about as much as you know.
Okay.
Okay.
If she's got
gave her-
two, if she's got two more, Ragnar will buy another pair.
She's only got one more.
Okay.
I gave her the red gem.
Okay. Mark that off from your inventory.
Yep. So now I still have the yellow, green, and blue ones.
And these are just standard 2d4 plus 2 healing potions, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Basic Claire's Handbook healing potions.
Cool. Well, that's about all the shopping that I need to have done. What about you, Scott? Shall we find the rest of these chuckleheads and head out?
Yep.
Alright. Jeremy, I know you weren't there, but essentially you guys went to sleep, you had some trippy dreams, you woke up, and the group decided to get any provisions they needed for the road.
Okay.
Was there anything you wanted to do in that?
Act like an impetuous birdman.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, you all assemble back somewhere, and with the other members of your party, some of whom seem to have also stocked up on supplies for the road. Chloe's a bit slower to show up than everyone else. Clearly still getting used to missing a good third of her body.
Yeah.
Ragnar kind of taps his teeth a bit. I wonder. Before we leave, we should see if there's anybody locally that can help you out there, Chloe.
Of course, okay.
Alright, meet back here no more than half an hour from now, and see if you can scare up a healer or somebody that might be able to get her back to full shape, aye? No objections?
Scott will
Great, everybody go!
I was gonna say, Scott will mention the potion seller that we were just at.
Alright. So, as Ska is about to say something, and Ragnar goes, "No objections, great, everybody go." That is where we're gonna leave it for the night.
Beautiful.
Alright, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Hello.
Goodbye.